morning, everyone. Welcome to another Dream Team pre-deadline stream. We're a day early. We're both busy tomorrow. I'll be at the Arsenal game. Probably not getting a signal for my transfers. Yeah, the 3 o'clock doesn't really work, does it, for the rest of us? But how you doing, Ben?
Yeah, not too bad. Another busy morning with the kids' football team. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad. The only thing I'm busy with is the dog. He can't play football, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd take him. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? It's a bit relaxed compared to usual. We're not going to get any team leaks. We had press conferences yesterday, but cheers to everyone that's joined us. Regardless, I hope you're not just finding out that the deadline isn't today. It is tomorrow. All the games are at 4 o'clock with the deadline at 3 p.m. So we've got an extra day to mull over our transfers. We're going to go through your questions bit by bit. We'll have a little look at the most transferred in and transferred out players so far on the Dream Team game. But yeah, just a little bit more of a chilled one than usual. So we'll kick it off with Billy, who's saying, where does he get his leaks from tomorrow? Let me see if I can find something for you. I did answer some of this in my comments on one of my recent videos, but there's a few that I always follow. So it's Anfield Insights, they're called, on Twitter. Let me just try and find their handle. They're good for the Liverpool ones. Anfield Insight 9. I like following that one, and I turn tweet notifications on, so I'd recommend doing that. You've got FPL Tony, who seems to share leaks and is reliable for quite a few teams. You've also got FPL Main Road. Main Road spelt Maine Road. FPL Main Road, he does some good leaks for Man City. I think that's all I've got. Man City Extra as well. Let me try and find their handle. But yeah, it's mostly Man City ones, to be fair, and they are the ones that rotate the most. So this one is at City_Extra, but they're just a few of the ones that I've got notifications on for. But like I said, I'm a bit worried that I'm going to miss these notifications because I get no signal at the Emirates. So that's going to play into my decisions. Ben, I was just going through a couple of the team leak ones. Can you think of any outside of FPL Tony, FPL Main Road, and that Anfield Insights?
I don't really take no notice of the names. I just, as soon as I see someone keeps giving decent news, I just save it. Yeah.
Obviously, our Discord are well on the ball as well. We've got like a match chat and just our general chat, which people usually tend to share any leaks that they get straight into there. So we've got the advantage of that normally as well. But yeah, hopefully just keep on top of Twitter and hopefully you'll see something. We've got Demetrius in the chat. He's saying, good morning, guys. Hope you're well. We're all good. Thanks, mate. Hope you are too. He currently has Edison, White, Akanji, Vardiol, Foden, KDB, Palmer, Saka, Haaland, Isak and Son. He's top of his mini league by 33 points. And he's thinking of doing Edison to Ortega and Isak to Bernardo Silva. Got any thoughts?
I mean, it's very sensible moves. You're getting a 2 for 0 and a 2 for 1 out of them. If you're looking over the 2 game weeks, Isak could do well this game away at Brentford, but like you say, you're getting 2 games out of Bernardo Silva. A lot of people have sold Isak this week, according to the Dream Team app. So it could be a differential if you keep him, though. Just he was an injury scare for midweek, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he had an illness or something. I think there was a few people that were ill in the team. You can never trust Eddie Howe, can you? Have you got him at a minute, Isak?
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do with him yet.
I can't seem to get it right with these strikers because it's like, who was it? Like Isak was on fire. I bring him in, he stops. Son, I brought him in, didn't do well. Take him out, he just scores. Bring him back, he doesn't do anything. I just can't ever seem to get it right. I probably have to have a bit more patience with the strikers. But yeah, I'm thinking about maybe taking Isak out, but I do know that Sod's Law he'll go and do well in this one if I do take him out. Have you got those transfer in and outs open, or should I quickly bring it up?
You can quickly bring them up. I'm just going to log back into the laptop.
Yeah, no problem. I'll find it. Yeah, so the most transferred out, Isak is the top transferred out player of game week 36 so far. Oh, there he is, Ben. Oh, there you go. You were quicker than I thought.
Forgot the power cable again.
Oh no. Yeah, Isak, you were right. Isak is the most transferred out in the entire game this week, so it could be a bit handy. I'll quickly check what his ownership is at the minute.
If you're chasing, it could be a good differential, couldn't he?
Yeah, when I saw he was top of the most transferred out, it kind of made me want to keep him a little bit. He's at 73% at the moment, so we don't know, but would you reckon that will drop down to like maybe 50, 40?
Is that overall?
1K.
I wouldn't be surprised if we drop down to like 10%.
Really? What? Chasing like Salah or going for Man City players, I suppose.
Going for Man City players, yeah.
Yeah, I quite like the moves. They're the two moves that I've got penciled in at the moment. Ederson to Ortega and Isak to Bernardo, but I'm not entirely comfortable with it. I must say it feels a bit boring, doesn't it? Swapping keepers does feel boring, but I'm in a position where like I either swap my keeper to a City or I swap a Ben White or Gabriel to City. And I think Ben White and Gabriel probably got more chance of like getting a header or White getting a goal than if I brought in like a Kyle Walker. So I just thought maybe I just keep the two Arsenal, get Raya out. But obviously he's got Ederson, so it makes sense to just take him straight out. But yeah, the Isak one, I wouldn't be surprised if Isak outscores Bernardo this week. Would you?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised this week, but
it's just over.
Yeah, he could get a couple of goals. Like Brentford's on the beach. Newcastle have to win to get into Europe. So yeah, it's a tricky one.
On pens as well, but yeah, I'm not entirely comfortable doing it. I know it can backfire, but I think it does look sensible because he looks like he's got a lot of players for the final as well there. Also, they have a keeper, Kanji, Vardiol, Foden, KDB, Haaland, and then Bernardo. That would be 7, is it?
Yeah, he's got 7 now. 7 with
then 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more. So he can get to.
Oh, he said it here. That will leave me 7 for this week.
Yeah.
2 subs for the final. Should go 9 City or put in 2 United. What do you think? What do you think on United?
I wouldn't put any United in if I didn't have any.
No, I'm not fussed. I felt a bit annoyed, obviously, about taking Bruno out because I did think when he missed that first game, I thought that Saka was going to end up outscoring him for the week. But he looked good. He did look good. And Brighton have got so many players out at the minute. I think Dunk's out now as well. So they've got no Dunk, no Heck, no Veltman, I think it was as well. So they're going to be playing the proper makeshift backline.
They're on the beach, aren't they? They should be playing the kids.
Quite literally. Right.
He likes playing. He likes bringing youngsters through, don't he, De Zerbi?
Yeah.
Like Hinshaw would this year. He was one that did quite well.
Yeah, maybe Bruno Fernandes. I think he could do all right against Brighton, but
yeah,
I wouldn't do Højlund. They didn't even play. They didn't even start Højlund, did they, last game? I think they went without him.
Diallo played, didn't he?
Yeah, I think we've got a question on that actually. We'll save the Diallo talk, but yeah, we've got it here that they sort of played Bruno as the sort of false 9. I think. Let me just double check that. Didn't watch the game live.
you looking
Yeah,
on?
they've got it down. I'm looking on
SofaScore.
FotMob. Yeah, I'm on FotMob, but yeah, they've got him as like a false 9, Bruno, for that game. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do Hoyland, to be honest with you. I know he did come on, didn't he, and score, but we've got Ryan Driver in the chat. Hello, mate. Can you pick one player each from striker, midfielder, and defender that you think could outscore the City players in the one game versus the two? I think Salah's the one that jumps out at me. He's the one that I've been sort of toying with or thinking about, but it would take me away from having more players for the final. Do you reckon he'll do well for the big send-off?
Salah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick. He could do really well this week. I like Son. He could be good for Sheffield United. Tottenham seem to always do well when there's no pressure on. Last game of the season, they score a lot of goals. Yeah. Remember them scoring a few against us. I think it was 5-4 one game. And then when they beat us at our place in the last game of the season, I think it was 4-2 or 4-3 or something. And they beat Norwich one time last game of the season really bad.
I remember that one.
Like they smashed them. It is away, but no pressure now for Tottenham, so I think they'll go. I think they'll score a few midfielders.
I think on that one with Spurs, I think that could work the other way as well, because when they're against Sheffield United and they're down as well, they're playing at home. They might just come out and try and play a bit more attacking as well, might they? So it could be well open. I wouldn't dream of taking Son out. I think that's a good shout.
What about midfield?
Just the one game. Harder. I mean, I've got both Palmer and Saka, and I'm not considering taking them out at all. I think both of them on pens, and both at home, both hitting big numbers as well, aren't they? They can hit 10 plus points regularly. So yeah. I think if you're comparing them to like a Foden or KDB, then no. But if you're comparing them to bringing in a Rodri or Bernardo Silva, I think it's possible.
Yeah. There's loads of options. Like you say, Bruno Fernandes could do well this week. Obviously, he'll have the second game. He might not get any attacking returns against City, but he'll probably get tackles. Might make some chances, create some chances.
Palace lads.
Yeah, the Palace lads, Elise and Neze. They're good differentials. There is quite a lot of options if you want to go different. Obviously, got Jackson at Chelsea as well. He's been on good form.
Tony's boy.
Yeah. Complimentary. And then you got Newcastle as well, haven't you? Really, like Isak. Little
you set her off with the Michael Jackson noise.
I know. Gordon, Isak. Finished. She's finished a lolly.
Gordon might have a knock, but I just cannot believe anything that Eddie Howe says anymore.
Eddie Howe,
I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll play. He'll want to get in the England squad.
Defenders is harder though, isn't it? Like, because City's defence are solid and they're two good games, aren't they?
Yeah,
anything
I like Arsenal defence.
Yeah, but
Trent's got high ceiling, and he could get a goal and assists and clean sheet. Robertson,
maybe even trips.
Yeah.
How many minutes did he play in the last one? But I think I'd rather go Trent. Obviously, he's just come back from injury and Trippier. 60, only managed 63 minutes. So yeah.
What about Pedro Porro?
I've got him in my FPL team. He scored the other week, didn't he? But yeah, I think I'd rather just go for a Trent, I think, than Porro, personally. But he's a differential. But yeah, will he outscore Kyle Walker or Vardiol? Like Vardiol's probably looking the most attacking at the moment, isn't he? So
yeah, Reece James just came back. Got a red card, didn't he?
And he's going to be banned. He's going to be banned for like 4 games now. I think I heard someone say, because he's his second red card or straight red of the season. Just bluff that. So start of next season, he's going to be missing from the beginning.
He got an assist as well.
We've got Heath Robson, top stuff as usual, sat in 39th. Brilliant season.
Well done.
Two differentials in Trent and Jackson, trying to decide whether he needs a third to try and make top 21. Two differentials will give me 10 in the final. 3 differentials will give him 9. I might dig his team out. I'm sure he won't mind. I'll be able to find that. 39.
Yeah, 9. I think 9 could be enough for the final if you want to go differential. Yeah, I think you should go for it. Unless you've got mini leagues to win. If you've got nothing else on your plate, go for the top 21. Go differential.
You'd think most of the if you're in the money at this point, if you were in the money now? If you were in the top 21, say, but you couldn't win the whole thing, maybe you'd just do the city stuff, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So I think you probably want to try something different, wouldn't you? How many points would that mean he's off of the top 21? 4,092 points he's on. He's only got to make 17 points up to get in that top 21.
Yeah, can do it.
Yeah, I think I would do a differential. Would you? An extra one?
Yeah, go for it.
39th. He's got Edison in goal, Trent, Vardiol, Walker, De Bruyne, Foden, Bruno, Palmer, Jackson, Haaland, Isak. Oh, maybe a Salah punt. If you've got Trent as well, you could get the maybe get an assist or something for Salah. Would be quite nice. Yeah, good luck whatever you decide to do, Heath. Miss Noopy says no question. Just wants to say thank you for the help this season. It's been fun. Cheers for tuning in. Hopefully you'll join us for the Euros content as well. I've put together over the last few days. I've been putting together like a how to play the Euros game guide, so that will be coming fairly soon for everyone. Philip Derbyshire trying to pick a captain this week is trying to pick a winner of the Grand National. Could be anyone, even a defender. How are we doing on this captaincy poll overall? Haaland, 70% at the moment selected as captain. 11% on Salah and 15% on Palmer. So Palmer's winning the differential at the moment. 4% saying other. So let us know in the chat if you've gone for someone outside of Haaland, Salah, Palmer. But Haaland with 70 looks the most likely. I can't see myself captaining anyone other than Haaland this week. Like, I'd go against him in a single typically, but it's probably maybe a little bit of Arsenal bias as well, but
I think you're just trying to buck him. You're captaining him so he doesn't score, and if Arsenal win, then you're like happy days. I don't care about captain.
it will at least, like, if the miracle doesn't happen, or like I find out that City are like 5-0 up or something, it'll be a little bit of a comfort at least. Miss Noopy's captaining Vardiol.
Nice.
You got a differential captain up your sleeve, or are you keeping that under wraps?
Well, it's just like we said, there's loads of good options. If one game, anything can happen. So you've got like you said, Son. You could even captain Isak if you wanted to. Chelsea, Palmer, Jackson. Saka could be a good captain. Bruno Fernandes. There's loads. Like you say, I like the Guardiol punt. That's if he scores and then you get a clean sheet, you're laughing, aren't you?
I wouldn't be brave enough to do that. I think if I was going different, think if I was going differential, which I don't think I am, I'd either be bringing Salah in and captaining him, or I think I'd do Palmer. They'd have to have penalties for me because we know that's helped me a few times. It was Amelia that mentioned Diallo. Apparently, Diallo matching Salah for recent points form. Nobody will pick him based on United's season, but he started the last 2 games, passes the eye test, gets bonus as a striker, differential. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I like these players that have got previous, but as a punt, like no one else will be on that, so could work out for you. Well, let me check his ownership if anyone's got him.
Sorry, what was that? Matching Salah?
Yeah, Diallo matching Salah for recent points. 6.3 average over his last 3. 0.1% owned in the whole game.
Yeah, I was listening to Man United fan, and he was saying that when players do well for Ten Hag, they get dropped the next game. They don't get given another chance. Younger players.
I was going to say that he rewards them.
No, he doesn't seem to like reward the players that do well for him. He just has his favourites. So I don't know about that, but like Amad Diallo scored against Liverpool, didn't he, in the FA Cup, and then he wasn't in the team last time. And there's other players that have done well as well, and they've not got in the team the next game. So it's a bit of a we should get some leaks because it's
of what the team's
last game week. So hopefully we do. And if he's in the lineup, I don't mind it as a punt. Might get 2 games out of him.
Then I think Amelia's on the wind up here. Watkins needs 1 more goal to break Villa's single season goal record in a Premier League season 2. Enough to tempt me. I am not bringing him in for the rest of this season, and I may even bar him from my team for the start of next. What do you reckon? Do you ever hold a grudge when it comes to fantasy football?
I used to, but yeah, you can't. You just got to pick players on form, aren't you? I wouldn't bring Watkins in, but he's going to be might be a bit greedy this weekend, trying to score goals. So it might be good for shots on target, but I don't know. They don't need to do anything now. They're in the top 4.
Yeah, I don't know when the video was actually like taken, but it was like, the day they had their party.
Yeah, end of season party.
16th of May. The video.
What's it called? Awards, like teams awards.
I think it was the day after that. So it was only 2 days ago the video was up. But it was John McGinn just like absolutely smashed at a pub, dancing around with beers and stuff. I don't know what state they're going to be in. But they're professionals, I suppose. Probably all the players were doing that back in the day anyway.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The other players that will be on the ball, won't they? So Palace are on form at the moment.
Yeah, I fancy Palace for that.
Villa might be just saying, right, let's just try and get Watkins to the record. Because I remember when Vardy was going for that 11 in a row, they were just trying to get the ball to Vardy in that 11th game to break the record. And he got the goal. They all went mental.
Should have done with that the week where we all captained him. That would help. Any news on KDB? I think the latest on it yesterday. Actually, do you know what? I'll retweet it now if you follow me on Twitter. But I bookmarked the FPL Boys. So at the FPL Boys, but Boys is spelled BOIS. I'll quickly retweet it. But he does I think it's a group, do like a breakdown of all the press conferences in one long post. And he's saying if you have KDB, keep him. The latest on this post that he posted was KDB will be assessed in training after his early substitution at Spurs. But I think he'll be fine. Looked a bit of a dirty tackle, but I reckon he'll be fine. You're not thinking of taking KDB out, are you?
No. He's staying in my team, even if he is injured, because he'll play the final, surely. I can't see him not playing at all. Like, these games are so important. What did he say? He said something like, it's just a bit sore. I think I'm all right. When they asked him about the Achilles, he said it was really sore.
Yeah.
But he thinks
he'll be fine. I reckon he'll be all right. Same with Saka as well. While I'm on this post, where was the news on Saka? It was basically nothing. They asked Arteta and he said he had no issues.
He's just a gangster, just walks with a limp.
No team news from Arteta. Everyone should be fine. Craig Mason, nearly 200 points clear in his mini league. Considering putting Sheffield United players just to take the mick. Go on. Who should we put in? Which Sheffield United player should we stick in there to help him?
Brereton Diaz.
Oh yeah, Ben Brereton Diaz. 2.9 mil, 84 points. 5.6 average as well. Where's McBurney not even on the game? Well, apparently injured. Yeah, go on. Put Brereton Diaz in there for a laugh then. Yeah, well done on that though. 200 points. Jess Bailey, Edison, White, Dallow, Vardiol, Palmer, Gordon, KDB, Foden, Haaland, Son, Isak. Gonna swap Edison to Ortega and Gordon to Bruno or Rodri. Hello.
Hello, we've got a streaker.
Give us a wave.
Is that you?
What does she reckon? Does she reckon bring Rodri or Bruno in for Gordon?
For Gordon?
Rodri.
Bruno's on penalties, isn't he? But Rodri can pop up with a goal. He's got an unbelievable record for like a defensive midfielder. I haven't got it to hand. He scored like 8 goals, hasn't he, and got like 12 assists. Yeah, probably would go Bruno.
It's better. 8 goals, 14 assists.
Yeah.
What's Bernardo? 11 goals, 8 assists. Yeah, I'd probably go Bruno just for I think the Brighton game. He could rack up a few more points, but yeah, I think both good options. Probably just about Bruno. Steve Ricks, 150 points behind the leader in his mini league. Needs something special this weekend with Klopp's last game. Going for Salah as captain. Yeah. I think if I was chasing a big gap, that'd be what I did. What I'd do, I think.
150 points behind. That's gonna be hard to.
That's the mental gap, isn't it?
You're gonna need about 8 hat-tricks.
Yeah, that's gonna be. You'd need everyone to blank as well, wouldn't you? You'll need 2 differential captains at least, won't you? That pop off.
Yeah, you have to go differential.
Who do you reckon for the second one? If you had to go differential in that cup final against Haaland,
what, a different captain?
It would be Bruno.
Probably go Foden.
He's got a hat trick in him, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got 2 hat tricks this year.
Luke Sinclair, hi guys. Raya, White, Gabriel, Saliba, Silva, KDB flagged as injured, but I think that's all right. Gordon flagged as well. Foden, Palmer, Isak, Haaland. Any transfer ideas? I wouldn't be worried about the KDB one. I think you'll get your worth out of him, but I'd maybe consider moving Gordon on. I don't like that Brentford match that much either. Yeah, who for though? Foden, Palmer, Isak. If you were punting, I quite like Elise, but yeah, that's a hard one. Is that just Haaland up front? Raya, White, Gabriel, Saliba, Silva, KDB, Gordon, Foden, Palmer, Isak, Haaland. Unless he could put another striker. What do you do in that situation?
What's that one transfer he's got?
He hasn't said how many. But would you take Gordon out this week?
I wouldn't want to, but if you want to get City players in, probably Gordon, because he's got an away fixture. And then I'd probably take an Arsenal defender out, put a Man City defender in, Vardio.
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice he hasn't got Vardio, has he? Yeah, I'd get
Probably
him in.
Saliba out because he doesn't seem to get as many goals as Gabriel, and White does better on the all-round points.
We've got our mate Graham in the chat.
Hey, Graham.
You all right, mate? He wants to know my rationale for bringing in Silva over Bruno Fernandes, with Bruno Fernandes playing 10 and being on pens. I think it's the fixtures for me. Like, I know the Brighton one is looking better now with the injuries, and we saw that Bruno did play fairly well in the last game, but I don't fancy Man United at all in that FA Cup final. I know he can get tackles, maybe has a few pop shots, but I just see City dominating that fixture against Man United. And then again, it's not the Arsenal bias. I think that City are going to absolutely smash West Ham as well. I think that could be sort of 3-4-5. I think that Bernardo Silva could get in on the goals for that one as well. I do understand the sort of penalty thing. The Brighton game maybe scares me, but I think across the two fixtures, I'm not entirely sure whether I trust Bruno for the final. Might do otherwise, and maybe I'd reconsider. It might be partly that I've taken Bruno out only recently as well, so maybe I don't want to bring him back in. That might play into it a little bit. But do you think Bruno Fernandes better option than Bernardo Silva if you didn't have either?
Well, like you say, that Brighton fixture could be a good one. But I do see Man City winning both games, so it's a tricky one. I mean, we can't predict what's going to happen, but I'd rather have Man City players in my team. But yeah, that Brighton fixture, Fernandes is the main man there. Silva's just like a cog part of the team.
Yeah,
he might score a couple of goals, or he might just do nothing. Fernandes, if Man United's going to do anything, it's usually Fernandes who's involved. And even like, he got an assist and he still got 8 points midweek with the chances created and tackles.
Yeah, two tackles, a big chance created, a shot on target, and an assist. And that was just one assist, but I'm pretty sure in that game, like, I watched the highlights and every goal looked like it could have been a Bruno assist. I think there's a cross that come in and it looked like it touched his foot, but he didn't get the assist for it. And then I think one of the other ones was like a corner that deflected and then a goal was put in. So he was quite close. But yeah, I think on this one, I'd be sort of seeing Bruno, not as a single game week player, because he has scored some good points against top teams. He got 11 points against Liverpool, 8 points against Chelsea. He's done all right in some of the bigger games as well, but I just can't see anything else other than like City battering them really in the final at the moment. There's also that as well. I know he came back, didn't he, for that last game, but he's only just missed the Arsenal game and he's sort of been playing through injury. It may not take much for him to sort of get re-injured as well. Obviously, all just guesswork really, but that's roughly my thinking on it.
Might bring him off early as well for the final.
Yeah. What is it? Is it a full week between it?
Yeah, next
Sunday to Saturday. Yeah, pretty much a full week recovery then. But yeah, you don't know, do you? If he is like playing through something, I mean, they've still got Europe to play for, haven't they? But if he is playing through something and the game's sort of wrapped up or whatever, maybe they do rest him. But then Bernardo Silva could just as easily go off as well, couldn't he? I suppose. Jess Bailey for the final. I can then swap Palmer and Isak or Son. I can't get to 9 players for the final. Shea Medicine is out. For the final, I can then swap Palmer. Have I missed the first part?
So,
sorry.
I think this
yeah,
is
yeah,
for
that's yeah. Sorry, that's carrying on from that that question there. Yeah, no, I still think I'd go Bruno, maybe.
Yeah, Bruno.
It's hard because I'd go Bruno in that scenario, but my thinking for the final, I'm thinking of bringing Rodri in, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If I had to bring one in now, it would be Bruno. But I probably am going to make my 2 transfers ahead of the final and look to bring Rodri in. It's just that Brighton fixture. Steve Ricks was at Solihull Moors game last week and put Richarlison in and didn't check before the deadline that he was injured. That was a horrible one because they asked Ange in the press conferences any issues, and then Ange just said, "No, we've got no injury problems." And then mate. About half hour later, the Brazil squad didn't put him in it and said, "Oh, we haven't put him in the Brazil squad because he's injured." About half hour after Ange said he didn't have any injuries. Yeah. Ban press conferences.
Yeah, you don't get much news out of them now. They're very tight-lipped.
Yeah.
And sometimes the journalists don't ask the right questions either.
Yeah, get us asking the important question.
Yeah. We need someone with fantasy insight to ask the question.
Yeah. Instead of the deadline streams, they should just stick the old content creators for fantasy games in there, asking the real questions. That's all people care about. Sean Glendo, we've got Raya, Dalot, Vardiol, Akanji, KDB, Foden, Bruno, Palmer, Isak, Son, and the Viking up top. Thinking Isak out for Salah or Elise. Oh, I like both of those punts.
Mm.
And either do Dalot into Walker or Bruno into Salah. Oh, okay, the other one of Salah or Elise. I wouldn't take Bruno out if I had him at this point. It'd be Dalot.
Yeah, probably just do the goalie to Ortega. I do think Raya will get a clean sheet though. But Ortega might get 2 clean sheets.
Yeah, true. Would you keep Dalot rather than change Dalot into Walker? Would you just change Raya to Ortega and you still get 2 out of Dalot? But then if you think they're going to get battered,
it's like I think they're going to get battered next week, but he might do well this week, and he's going to get 2 games plus appearance points anyway. So he might get tackles in the final. He might end up coming out with 4 or 5 points. So probably just keep him, do the goalie one, and then go for one of the punts, Salah or Elise.
Yeah, I like both of them. Salah feels safer.
Yeah,
because he's got he's got previous, hasn't he? But Elise's been ridiculous.
His average is ridiculous. Average points eight something, isn't it? I'll double check.
And I was doing my Euros video preparation, and I wanted to sort of explain the bonus points to people who have never played Dream Team.
8.9.
This 8.9 average. I
That's
used
only second to Haaland.
Second highest average in the game. Obviously, a lot less games, but it's still crazy. Elise got 3 bonus, a goal, assist, shot on target, and 2 tackles in that last Wolves match. 14 points. If you're feeling more risky, I like Elise, but I think Salah's probably the safer differential. I think. Ake, hold or bin. That wasn't City defenders last week were a nightmare, weren't they?
What team do you think he'll play at the back?
West Ham.
No, for the West Ham game. Come on, quick fire.
Yeah. everything's a lot slower without the deadline. I reckon he might do Walker, Diaz, Ake, and Vardiol.
I don't think Ake will play.
You don't? You think Akanji?
No, I think Akanji or possibly Stones. Stones isn't injured anymore, is he?
Yeah.
He might.
Well,
I reckon he'll start Akanji, bring Stones on, and then get like Stones some minutes for the final.
He likes Akanji, doesn't he? Because Akanji can do that job that Stones does, where he pushes into midfield.
Yeah,
it's crazy what they can do with that defense. With like Vardiol sometimes going up and playing as like left winger. Mad team.
Yeah.
So you're saying bin then? Hold or bin? You're saying bin?
Well, obviously, wait for the leaks. If you don't hear anything, I'd probably bin him. Too injury prone.
Swapping to whoever's starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that sounds sensible. Foden for captain.
I don't mind it.
This is Steve. This is Steve who's 150 points behind, isn't it? Yeah, I think if you have to go 2 differential captains to even try and get 150 points back, maybe a Salah and then a Foden. They're still decent players, aren't they? Adam Price. Need your help. Current team: Raya, Vardiol, Akanji, White, Palmer, Foden, KDB, Saka, Son, Salah, Haaland. Can't decide what transfers to make, if any. Going to captain Salah. What do we think? We'll go first.
Yeah, I like the captaincy on Salah. Liverpool at home, got nothing. Well, no pressure. Want to send Klopp off with a good win. The team, the fans will be all up for it, won't they? So I think it'll be a good game to captain Salah. Just the transfers wise, you go, mate.
The transfers. I mean, that team looks really well set up. I'd probably just do. I think boring, but I probably would just do Raya, Ortega. I wouldn't want to take out Son, Salah, or Haaland. Palmer, Foden, KDB. I wouldn't want to make really any transfers other than maybe Raya to Ortega. You could do White to another City centre back, another City defender, but it's sideways. You're just giving yourself extra players for the final. That is it. I don't think give you players that bad. If
you're happy with your team, you could do no transfers this week, and then you'll have 3 transfers next week. Obviously, you burn 1, but are you that fussed about having a goalie for the final? You could do it that way and just bring in 3 City, or if you've got Bruno Fernandes there either, you could do that.
Vardiol, Akanji, Foden, KDB, Haaland. He's on 5 at the minute.
Yeah, so you can have 8 for the final.
3. Yeah, I think either load up on City and do pretty much a full block, or just roll. I think. Better not read the name out, but I'm saying, come on, the Hammers. Come on, Arsenal.
Ooh.
Honestly, I've got so many West Ham mates, but I'm begging them. Come on, do us a favour. 50 quid on West Ham tomorrow.
What's the odds?
West Ham odds against City tomorrow. What, 20-1.
20-1?
Yeah. 20-1. That can't be right.
It's worth a £5, isn't it?
That's on the Match Centre. So it's done by TalkSport. Yeah, 20-1. That's not looking good, is it? What'd you do in my scenario? You're at the game tomorrow. Just rely on other people to tell you the score.
You could put your earphones in, couldn't you, and listen to TalkSport or Radio 5 Live.
I don't know why, but I get absolutely no signal at the Emirates. I don't know if it's because it's so many people or if it's because the building or something. I don't know, but
16-1 on Bet365.
16-1.
Everton are 12-1.
Yeah, please gamble responsibly. everyone. Jess Bailey, I can add Rodri and Silva in next week too if I put Bruno in this week. Yeah, I think that's a decent way of doing it around. Now, husband asks, which City defender out of Ake, Akanji, or Walker do you like? Already got Vardiol. I'd do Walker. I prefer Walker out of those three. We've just mentioned that we don't really trust Ake, so it'd be between Akanji and Walker. I prefer Walker, but we'd wait for leaks. The only thing I'm worried about with Walker is that he was obviously due to be benched or due to be rested against Fulham, but then when Ake went off injured after 20 minutes, Walker never really got that rest. So I do sort of wonder a little bit, maybe he got that rest coming at some point. But what do you reckon?
I think Walker plays the next two now. They're too important, these games.
Can't mess about, can they?
Yeah.
Really. So,
he's a captain, isn't he?
Yeah. Akanji over Walker over Akanji? If you had to choose.
Sorry?
If you had to choose between Akanji or Walker.
Which City defender out of Akanji or Walker? Walker. Definitely Walker.
Cool.
Walker's more nailed, I think.
Shout out to my mate, Mr. Twine, who's joining us in the chat. He says, loving the stream, needs some help. He's got one transfer left. He wants to bring in a City player. Already has Haaland, Foden, Diaz, Vardiol, and Ortega. Bring in De Bruyne or a defender.
That's a no-brainer. That's a no De Bruyne.
Gotta be De Bruyne.
No De Bruyne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get him in. KDB.
Big game, Kev. Yeah, it's gotta be De Bruyne. Get him in. The Sandman. Looking for a differential to get top of mini league. If you could pick one, who would you side with? I don't know who you've got, mate. If you're still there, drop your team. But I think we've mentioned a few, haven't we? I think Elise looks brilliant. I quite like Eze as well. I think if anyone's going to go for Palace, they're going to go Elise, but I still like Eze as well. Or Salah.
Salah, Son,
I think.
Jackson, Palmer. There's loads. Saka.
Yeah. Palmer won't be a differential this week, but it will be if you captained him, wouldn't it? It's either getting a differential player or getting a differential captain, isn't it? What would you prefer? I guess it depends on the gap in points you need to make up, whether you go differential captain or differential player. Ben Coles. Good morning, mate. Now, lads, 41 points. Too much to recover. Top 21. Trying to weigh up, push for cash places or go safe and wrap up mini leagues, leading by 32 points. That's hard. I was trying to look at this roughly. I think obviously depending on how much money the cash leagues you've got going for, I'd probably wrap up the mini leagues, the mini league cash leagues. I think, but I play quite safe. What do you reckon?
Yeah, like you say, it depends how much money is riding on your mini leagues. If you're going to earn more money than the £1,000 in the top 1K, then go safe.
I heard, I was listening to Andy Let's Talk FPL earlier, and I think he put it quite well, like deciding whether to stick or twist. He was saying, like, which scenario would annoy you more? Like, out of the two, say you've got your mini league, you can play it safe and wrap up your mini league, or you can gamble and try and get in the top 21 places. What would sort of annoy you more or make you feel better? Because if you end up winning and getting the 1K, obviously that's brilliant and you'd be buzzing. But like, if you messed it up and then came away with absolutely nothing, would that be worth it? I guess it depends your appetite on like risk, but I think I'd rather take some money, take the more respectable rank as well, than maybe gamble and come away with nothing. But He said the mini league is only 150 quid. Mate, still money's money. 150 quid. What do you reckon? I'd be
It's
annoyed.
like, who wants to be a millionaire in it? Do you want to go for the big question?
I always go safe.
Yeah, depends if you need that money to pay for a holiday or something.
You ain't getting 550 quid these days, are
No,
you?
so yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. If it's only 150 quid the way you've put it, go for it.
Or is that 150 quid paying for all your mini leagues next season?
He's top of the tag team mini league, isn't he?
Yeah, what's Ben Costa talking about? He's got loads of money. He's got loads of money sorted. Yeah, I reckon. He's probably counting that one as in the bag already. He's not even thinking about it.
Yeah, I reckon he's going to go for it.
Yeah, he does seem a bit braver than me when it comes to this sort of thing. Yeah, let us know what you decide to do, or maybe after the deadline. But good luck either way, Ben. I'll save this one. We've got a question for you, Ben, but I'll save this one quickly. Or do you want to take it? It's
What's
a Vardy question. We've got a Vardy question for you.
Well, it depends. I don't know. It depends if there's. 1 second.
I'll come back to this one. Martin Bratley, good afternoon now, not good morning. Team is Raya, Akanji, White, Vardy, Palmer, Bruno, KDB, Foden, Isak, Son, Haaland. Not sure what subs to make. Again, that looks like a decent team. So who have you got? Akanji, Vardy, Bruno, KDB, Foden, Haaland. So you've got 6 already for the final. You could get a maximum of 10. But if you take a punt, I don't know. I like that team. I'd still do Ortega, I think. I know Arsenal have got just as much clean sheet potential this week as City probably, but I think I'd get Raya and swap him to Ortega. I think there's nothing to split them and you get the extra game. I like the rest of your team. You probably could afford a gamble if you wanted to take Isak out. I think Salah and maybe even Elise can outscore Isak if it was a differential. Yeah. 350 points clear in mini league. 29 national. 29 national. Is that 29 on the leaderboard? Yeah, 29th overall. Oh, he's got to be playing for the money places.
See.
Yeah, your team set up well, Martin. I reckon go differential, trying to creep into that top 21.
Yeah, you got to go for it.
Yeah, 29th. Not a big gap at all. What's he got to make up there? 12 points. 12 points, and he could get in the position to win the 1K. That's his team.
How many points behind?
What did I just say? 12? Yeah, 12 points to make up to get into the cash places. I would gamble. Maybe swap an Isak to a Salah or Elise, I reckon. Last couple, then we're going to wrap this up. So Ben Cole's looking at the mini league. He's already got that one. And he reckons he's going to go for it, but he can't wait to get butchered by Haaland for a third time. Yeah, he missed a lot of us missed the 4 goals from Haaland. He missed the Luton 5 goals as well, didn't he, Ben?
Yeah.
And he's still doing as well as that as well. So, yeah, you've had a good season. Quite unlucky. I don't think you were that unlucky with the Luton one, but the 4 for going for Watkins, I think that was unlucky. last one, and then we're going to wrap up. Jonathan Foster, I know anything can happen in Dream Team, but realistically, how many points do you think is too much to make up on rivals in mini leagues?
From what? From now?
Yeah, we've got 2 games. You're going to have to now 2 differential captains and have quite a few different players as well, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, it's a new game, so to be honest, it's hard to guess. But you need like a hat trick captain, and then you could probably catch up. So it's never over, really. Something if you captain someone like a Salah or Elise gets a couple of goals and all the bonus points and everything, and Haaland blanks, you could catch up quite a bit there. And then on the weekend, you could go on the FA Cup final, you can go differential for like I don't know, a Silver or a Foden or something, and they score a hat trick, then you made it up.
Yeah, but unlikely.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe even less, maybe like 80 points or something. Probably is like pushing it in it for that. But yeah, good luck anyway. Yeah, like we said, we're not available for the deadline stream, but cheers to you all tuning in today. More people than I thought, actually. I didn't think we'd get many people tuning in for this one. Obviously, day early, so the games are tomorrow. But yeah, just want to say cheers to everyone that's tuned into this and followed us throughout the season. We'll put out a post letting you know when our next episode will be done. I feel like the season feels a bit all over the place now, doesn't it? With the timings of the games.
Yeah,
but we won't. Go on.
No, I was just going to say, thanks everyone for tuning in all through the season. Like you said, before you go, make sure you like and subscribe. Helps us grow the channel.
Yeah, definitely.
We can do more of these.
And if you fancied joining us for the Euros as well, we're going to be putting out regular Euro content. And we've got our Patreon community with Discord, and you know what? It's it can get competitive at times, but everyone's feeling the community spirit at the minute. You've got people picking out like differentials, helping each other out with how to play it, what the rules are, discussing strategies and stuff. So if you're interested, getting involved with the Patreon community ahead of the Dream Team Euros 2024, there'll be a link in the description below, so you can join our Patreon and get involved there. But yeah, that's everything. We'll see you soon. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everyone.
Bye-bye.